Hello, and welcome to another video. Back again, trying basically a second draft of this Elf Ball, Beast Ball type deck. So the draw to this deck isn't that it's the most competitive thing in the world. It's not. I don't think it sucks. I don't think it's good. It's not okay. It's bad, but it doesn't suck. It can certainly win games, but it's not going to be, top tier competitive. The main reason to play it is it scratches an itch, kind of reminiscent, and it does a cool thing. So in old Legacy and Extended, there was a elf deck that played Glimpse of Nature and basically got to cycle through, play its entire deck of elves, and that was really cool. And we're basically trying to do the same thing. So why would Savage, why would Liege? Whenever a beast enters, you draw a card. We're playing a bunch of changelings as beasts, so let's put them all off to the side over here. Mass Vandal is a actually widely played pauper card. Artifacts are really important in the format. Universal Automaton costs 1 mana, that's great. 3-tree Mascot helps us splash for red. These are all changelings, and then this is like the worst one, so I've dropped one from my first list. But basically these are all changelings. They're all beasts when they enter draw a card. What I'm trying to do with this deck to be super unfair is all my changelings are also elves. These are also elves. So Priest of Titania, tap for add green for each elf on the battlefield. Elvish Guidance, enchant a land whenever the land is tapped. Add green for each elf on the battlefield. We've got 7 of these kind of effects, plus 4 Arbor Elves to work with the Elvish Guidances. Means that when we start flooding the board with our beasts / elves, we can make an absurd amount of mana as well. In terms of then actually going off and making that lethal, Aquarian Ranger to untap one of these, is an extra whole chunk of mana, and that means we can actually sometimes, win the game on the spot on the turn that we're going off. That's the intention of the deck, is to be really unfair and do that. Findorn Elves is just to have another way to jump up. Our deck really starts at 3 mana. It's really mana intensive. Want more elves, and also want more elves, so our Elvish Guidance Priest to take better. I've added another Birchall Ranger because I had a few times where the Bit of Reunion stuck in my hand. I've added a Bit of Reunion because being able to give a Priest of Titania an Arbor Elf haste is really, really good. Otherwise, it's still another way to, with a Quirion Ranger, for example, bridge up to 3 mana, which I think is really important. And I've gone up to 4 Winding Ways. Winding Way helps us find our mana, helps us find our beast payoffs, helps us find creatures. With only 1 beast payoff and a changeling in hand, or basically even 2 changelings in hand, we need to find 2 of them to actually start drawing through our deck. Otherwise, we'll get stuck at the first Findorn Elves Quirion Ranger that we draw. So Winding Way and Bit of Reunion for that matter are ways to draw 2 cards, kind of break through that barrier. We're only playing 9 basic lands, so we do have to mulligan a lot, and the deck doesn't actually mulligan very well. However, in my first video I had a sideboard and I didn't really know what to do with it. I didn't never really bring in any of the cards. And now I've thought, well, this is obviously a super unfair kind of game plan for match 1, but the more, this type of thing doesn't really sideboard very well. It's relying on synergy to win. That's not a great, it doesn't bring in some Deglammers or a Well-Wisher. Like, Well-Wisher doesn't add mana. It doesn't power out, it doesn't draw us cards. It might just not actually be good enough. What is good if you're only playing 5 lands is the Spy package. So this kind of combo, Balustrade Spy, you play this, you've only got so many lands in your deck, target yourself, you middle your cards, and then you Dread Return, a lot less giant, and dome them for, well, currently it'd be 41, right? To make that work, I'm adding a Swamp, and then I'm adding some Saga Wildlings, which just help us find some mana. There might be a better option in this slot. Maybe I'll even look for that better option for a bit. But part of my thinking was that I could sometimes bring in like this type of card. Our deck does can make a ton of mana and then not get there. So actually maybe having another way to find lands could be useful to kind of slow us down here. But the thing I was particularly excited about is Spring Bloom Druid. This card caught my eye when it's been a few Spy Wars decks, been a few Spy Elves deck. Probably the issue with this deck is if you're trying to play like 4 or 5 lands, by the time you've sacrificed one and search for 2 more, you actually don't have enough. You can struggle to actually have enough mana still in your deck to play Balustrade Spy. But in terms of what we're doing, because we're not set up to do the spy thing game 1, the fact that this draws out 2 lands from our deck and kind of ramps us, and we are set up to jump up to 3 mana quite often. So I think this could work. I think this is an interesting card for any kind of spy/elf thing, with the catch that it costs 3 mana, so you already need to kind of be doing the thing anyway. But we might not be the most consistent, so we're going to jam in the power and hope that over the course of fewer games we will get there. So with that, let's jump into a league. So we lose the die roll round 1. Let's see what opponent is up against and see if we get a keepable hand. So this is not the second of those things, keepable hand. This very much is. So point is we can get up to a couple of mana and we have a beast payoff. We don't have colored mana for the Bit of Union, so it's not perfect, but we do have access to a lot of mana. So I'm going to keep, and I think I can put back one of the Fyndhorn Elves without really shooting ourselves in the foot. This came up in the first league I played with this deck, but you're just constantly showing your opponent your hand, which when you're playing a bunch of weird cards isn't ideal. So also, we kept a 1-land land grant into an island. We have to play this. If it gets Bill Pierced, we're so sad. That's the way the die roll goes sometimes. So we do get to play Magic, so that's good. And I'll play the Arbor Elf because, well, they don't have a Force Spike or anything like that. If we somehow, I guess we draw a land and can play the Guidance, that'll be kind of our best option. And obviously we mulligan bugged the Fyndhorn Elves back on top. Maybe the Snow Island means they're playing Skred. We ran into like a Skred Terror deck last time, and it wasn't pretty. We're not very good at getting ourselves, what's the word, breath weaponed. Although we do have a load of dragons. It just wasn't enough. Yeah, we're just going to, pedal to the middle and hope that we draw something. Is the entirety of the plan. So this looks like it might well be blue-red. This could even be a Spellstutter Sprite, which would be pretty rough for us. They know our hand apart from one of the Elves and the Vandal, so we can't really play around anything. So let's get clicking. Okay. So we're going to try and play the other Elf. Try not to get ourselves breath weaponed. But again, there's, not a lot we could do about it here. Brainstorm Shuffle. So they brainstormed and they brainstormed without shuffle. We didn't want to see that mountain though. 3 mana's a dangerous amount of mana for us. Also not very good because we don't actually have, we're trying to break, I guess we're trying to break mana parity here by going nuts, but by missing a load of our land drops, we're not actually really doing that. So I think we're just playing an Elvish Guidance. Elvish Guidance might tap to make 0 mana. That's probably a pretty likely outcome here. Just Counterspell, that's not too bad. As far as bad things go, that's not too bad. We're going to basically try again next turn if we get to keep our board. Looks like it might even resolve. Ooh, we might. I know this is really. So this is really awkward because we've got the Quirion Ranger, but we don't have an extra forest yet. So is it worth? We can either try and draw into the forest, and then we can, untap an elf and untap the Elvish Guidance, or we do it earlier. We're only drawing one card at the minute. I think it's worth just using it for the mana ramp now. Again, the idea being that we don't, this is basically infinite mana, and we don't have that many draws, so... Oh, what am I doing? That's wrong. This one. Play this here. Make 4 mana. Try and play a 5 mana even, sorry, because it's +1 for each elf. So this needs to find a winding way to really do much. Or a Birch Law, but we don't have access to a card to discard anymore. So always yes, always yield. What do we find? The winding way is pretty big. We've made our land drop, which isn't ideal. But I think we've basically gone nuts, right? Play Birch Law. Play Automaton. I want to find a card, any better card to discard than either of these two. Make red. Play Bitter Reunion. I'm going to discard a Glade Walker. Play an Arbor Elf. We've only got one draw here is our problem, but we're going to have basically infinite mana. Give haste. Untap this. Make a million. So we need to find basically another winding way or a Bitter Reunion. I'll put the counter here. This guy might then survive. Oh! Runner, runner, runner. Oh my god, we've done it. We've done it. Get the camera. That's so cool. Draw 2. Always yield. No! Why do they concede? Why? Why? Oh, it's... Why would you concede here? Let me do the thing. Please let me do the thing. So we're going to play this. We're going to draw 4 cards. We're going to untap this. Maybe we even messed up. We're probably going to draw 2 cards, and we're going to tap like these 2 nobodies to Elvish Guidance this, and then that was going to make just infinite mana. Yeah. Okay. I do think we'd won on turn 4. We did it. Turn 4. Okay. I'm so happy. Why would you concede here? So we've cheesed them turn 4 with 1 combo. So now we're going to try and cheese them with a different combo. So my plan was I'm cutting a forest for the swamp. And now I need to remember, oh god, I've used up so much time moaning about them conceding that I didn't actually give myself a lot of time to sideboard. I think I was cutting the Elvish Guidances, the Bitter Reunions, because my mana might not be that great. I need to keep the Emissaries. And I was tempted between either 2 of these or 2 of the Elves. Mass Vandal, I mean, they're not going to have anything for this to kill now anyway. But we've still got 4, 8, 10. 4, 8, 12 beasts. So that's enough for a few of the lieges. Maybe I want to keep the Bitter Reunions, but Birchlaw and Mascot on their own aren't that many sources, and I don't want to have a load of dead cards. Oh, that's 1 too many. I'll keep a Bitter Reunion then. Or a Woodland Liege. I can't believe opponent conceded. That's just ruined. That's my deck did the thing. I'm so happy, and then it just ruined my entire day. Okay, I'm going to run 3 lieges. Because I think they'll kill this on sight. And that might free ourselves up for some other value. Oh, it did the thing. Turn 4. All it took was spiking twice on a winding way at the key time. But that's I might upload that as a video on its own. Probably will. Probably watching that right now. Might not have time to finish 4 leagues, so. So, opponent's mulliganed, I need to join them. I need to join them again. This hand's super miserable. We're putting back 2 cards, but obviously one is Dread Return. The other one's either Spy or Liege. And I'm tempted to put back the Spy and the Dread Return, because we're going to show them our hand with this, and I'd rather them not know about the Duke. Like, I don't think we were likely to win this game anyway. I think we're very likely to just run into 2 spot removal spells and get killed. So there's basically... Yeah, right. I'm finding it really hard to play a creature here. I know they might not have it. Like, maybe this is cycle for Lorien revealed, but if I hold off, I can play Quirion and Arbor Elf both next turn. Yeah, that's a shame. I think it was right not to play it, but Play Quirion. Untap this, pick up this. Play out of Ralph. Get blown out by Cast into the Fire. I mean, if this is what you had, then I should have played these earlier. Land? Basically land. So if we had played these earlier and this is what they had, I could have gotten the Druid off, and the Druid, sets up the Priest. We're off to the races. It does seem hard to beat a turn 3 Fiery Cannonade in general with this pile of creatures. And again, this screams spot removal spell, and they're trying to work out whether they kill our guy. I think the chances for me are better if they do, because I can spike a forest and play a priest. Obviously, if I don't spike a forest, then I can't do anything. Ooh, basically a forest. So I'm going to get the forest again, because, as far as I can, like Saga Wildling is a completely reasonable card for me to just have in my main deck. But as far as I can, I'm going to keep them off from knowing about my little sideboard plan. So I'm going to play 2 Elves again, if I can. Maybe it should be a 3-tree mascot that survives Breath Weapon. Love trading that for a counterspell. Like, I feel like we're super punching above our weight. The fact that we've not, they've not played a Terror or Mystic and just killed us already. Almost to an extent, being mana screwed has helped. I can't believe we won on turn 4 and then they conceded before we could play our entire deck. Did the thing. So we can Birch Law and then Druid, or just Druid. We play Birch Law. If we Birch Law, I think we can Birch Law and Mascot, but I don't think there's any point in mascotting without a Liege. We are in an awkward spot where I don't want to show that I've got black mana in my deck. But a swamp is much better at casting Spy than Forest is. So we'll see what we do. So we're going to have one land. We're going to have a Birch Law, which is basically going to filter a swamp into a forest. So I think I can just get forest. And pass back. Oh, attack for 1. That's value right there. They draw 2 again. They draw 3 that time. Yeesh. 3's a lot of cards. Yeah, I think we're just basically trying to super slow play this and basically just try and rip a spy at a good time. I'll probably attack for 3. Lot less giant, not the best draw. I can play a liege. Just say go, right? And get him to use some mana. I don't think this is going to work, but I don't think playing a, yeah. Maybe I should have played my pirate into that. Augur happens. Opponent keeps making land drops, so our way to navigate to win a game is really dwindling. Oh, that's both good and bad, because them tapping out I love to see, but the fact that they tap out then means, what does it mean? It means that they've already drawn up, so, they've already tapped out for a load of draw, and now they're not going to have to do it again, basically, or shouldn't have to. If we could ever get up to casting a lot less giant, but cutting the Elvish Guidance, I don't see how we would. There's Mystic, so they look to be, potentially starting to close the game out. Skred our guy, make a dude. So I don't think we will have given up the spy game yet. I think I'm gonna say that these are all reasonable cards that we might have without spying on anybody. And I think I basically need to draw my spy this turn to be in with a shot, so I'm going to play out my hand so that I would have multiple creatures when the spy resolves. Oh, if it resolves when I cast a spy. And expect to be run over. But remember game 1. Game 1 is the game to be remembered. Do they have an interaction? Yeah, they counterspelled an Elvish Guidance and we still killed them on turn 4. That was sick. That's so sick. Okay, so what we could play the Druid, sack Forest for a Swamp, show them what we're up to. We've got 7 cards. We're just not. I'd rather them not know what we are up to. So, does anything change? We could go back to Plan A, or we could stay on Plan B. Now that we're on the play. I think Plan A is not good enough. Do we want to change any of our sideboarding? I think I'm going to keep Elvish Guidance. because they're on breath weapon, and our Dumbos survive that, and it's a way to give us mana. Again, I think we need to be plus on mana in order to actually win a game. I think I'm going to cut the lieges. Does this make sense? What's the story I'm trying to tell here? Is basically why would I want extra mana if I don't have ways to draw cards? My curve doesn't look like it needs more mana. It doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? The benefit is that these guys survive. Maybe I could cast a lot less giant, but I'm finding it hard to justify the guidances over the lieges, but the lieges are just also really bad. Maybe the bitter reunions, I can cast them. Okay, maybe I'll try the bitter reunions. That game we had a birch dot rangers, we were fine. No, bitter reunions seems really bad. Sure, we're just going to run this. Don't love it. No, I'm going to put the guidances in and basically just try and mulligan to seven cards that, try and keep 7 cards that work. Not mulligan. This seems like it works. Having the Dread Return's not great, but show you my hand. Play an Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf dying is pretty bad for us. That's an Arbor Elf that's going to survive. Should have land granted already. That won't matter. No! No! Why would you draw a Dread Return? Why would you do that? Oh, god damn it. Oh no, you have to show them this now. Oh, that's so sick. I hate that. Wade yield, sack a forest, get a swamp and a forest. Why would I draw both Dread Returns? We'd have turn 3'd them. Well, not if they had a counterspell. Oh, for flip's sake. If I can play Priest and Birchlaw, problem is they know my hand. If I play Priest, they probably just counter it. If I play Birchlaw, then I don't see how I'm ever getting up to 4 mana. I need to basically cast Dread Return on a Priest. Use a Dread Return basically anything. If I play this and it gets killed, that's atrocious, but I need Birchall because I need an extra black mana. Oh, it's so sick. Why would I draw both Dread Returns? Don't let it resolve. If they let it resolve, it's definitely because they have a breath weapon. Oh, you meanie. Not a breath weapon. That's not a breath weapon. Right. If I play my Birch Law and that gets countered. Oh man. There has to be a way here. Bear in mind, I'm spying keeping one card in my deck, one land in my deck. So if that's in the top couple, it doesn't work anyway. But I'm taking that risk. I need Birch Law to resolve, so I'm going to play Birch Law first. Because I need this to be extra black mana. I didn't think opponent would necessarily, let's say see that. I'm going to play my hand this turn, so Quirion is free. Play a spy. I think this works. I think they should have countered earlier. Turn 4 somebody twice. No response. Make black. Make black. I can untap this. It shouldn't matter what I untap. It shouldn't matter what I play. No, I play the land. That shouldn't matter either. Dread return a spy. Target me. Oh, that's a lot of cards. That's 23 cards! Dread return a lot less giant. Sack. 1, 2, 3. What, we die to like envelop? Oh, we did it! We won a game! We won a match! We won a match! We won a match on turn 4 twice! We did the thing! Oh my god, I'm over the moon. I'm so happy. I don't know if you can tell. I'm over the moon. Right, I'm actually going to upload this as a teaser kind of trailer thing because this was, 2 games of the deck performing really, really well and a game where it didn't, but I'm over the moon. Right, we won the die roll in match 2. I'm gonna keep this hand, looks great. We won the roll. Are we on a roll? We've got turn 1 Arbor Elf, turn 2 Birchlaw Priest. Come on, show me blue mana. Ooh, I love blue mana. Oh, he's an elf. Oh, he is an elf. No, I can't actually Birchlaw, sorry, I thought this was Quirion for some reason. He certainly does gain flying. So this is Petitioners, right? I think we're winning this. I think we're going up to 2-0. Oh my god. I like this, something like that, and it's like, yes, because I am the changeling person. So cast Birch Law. Cast Birch Law. Oh, 5 mana. It's actually relevant. That's amazing. Oh, we were 1 mana away. That could actually be a turn 3. We're going to turn 4 somebody again. Just turn 4 Goldfish. I don't see how we don't win this next turn. I mean, if the Winding Way bricks, but we're drawing 2 cards here. That's classic me talking about Magic there. As I don't see how we lose. I mean, this exact scenario, we could easily lose. So, okay, so, oh no, so how we lose is they make us mill when we have, yeah, they mill us with 4 untapped Petitioners. Um, Here's my hand. Okay, here it is. This is what I've got going on. I'm going to get a forest. I'm going to play a Quirion and make an absolute bajillion mana. Play a Winding Way. Look for creatures. Okay. Oh, and I get to take them off of. I get to stop them now. That's really good. Oh no, I've not got any creatures in my graveyard. Play a random guy. Draw 2 cards. Play another random guy and draw 2 cards. Put a counter here, sure. Play a random guy. You guessed it, draw 2 cards. So I need to find a Bitter Reunion. Play this here, make 1,000,000 mana. Less worried about milling ourselves still for a little while, more worried about. I guess I should be pumping the 1-power creatures if that would matter. I can't believe we're turn 4ing again. Sure, target here. Bitter Reunion? They mill themselves. Okay, so now the coast is clear. Do-do-do. Just turn 4 people with my elf deck. Just turn 4 people with the elf deck. This should be enough, right? 1, 2, 5, 8, 10, 13, 15. Yeah. I'm not even going to draw the rest. I don't need to see them. I've seen enough. Just turn 4 people with my beast deck. This is the best league of all time. Do we change anything? I mean, they're going to have some fogs. Like, they're going to have some moment pieces, probably. Let's look up a Petitioners deck list. I've not looked at one of them in a while. So I'm looking at some Petitioners lists, and they're definitely going to have some moment pieces. So I reckon I'm going to... I don't think they're going to bring in relics from what they've seen, so I'm going to Duke. So I'm going to board out the guidances, the woodland lieges, because they don't work off the opponent's stuff, the stupid guardian guys, a forest, and add these 15. So I've got one more cut, which I guess can be one of the savages because I've run out of time and I want to make sure I submit. The savage is definitely the wrong card to cut, but I feel like they're not going to be prepared with moment pieces, and hopefully we can deal enough damage through Gnaw to the Bone. So this hand's kind of weird. Definitely keeping. Wow, how does the opponent's deck ever need to mulligan? Doesn't it? Isn't it all the same card? So I kind of want to draw more forests. I'm not going to land Grant. I'm just going to play my Findhorn Elves. That's so incredibly lucky. It cannot be overstated how incredibly lucky that draw is for us. I guess they don't have that many changelings. Although this guy did have more than, let's say, normal. But looks of it. Okay, so now I'm going to get a forest. Show them my beastie hand. I think I just... I know they probably... probably cut their beasts. I can play my priest into a gut shot, which looks like they might have. Okay, so it looks like we're just getting away with everything. So 1, 2, 3, Savage. Automaton. Always yes, always yield. I kind of want a druid to get, so I can druid to just to get access to black mana, right? That's basically what I'm saying. What I'm struggling to say, but wanting to say. And now they know about the spy coming. We've also got a little bit of beast stuff going on. I don't think they're likely to have counterspell. I guess I can just draw a million cards. What can go wrong, eh? I guess I need to stop at some point before I draw my reunions, my dread return stuff. I've got 2 cards. What could it be? I think it's really likely that spying works, but I really don't want to lose this because I want to be 2-0. I'm just going to click it. Dread return a Lockbeth Giant. Sack 1, 2, 3. Always yield. Hey! 2-0! This is so fun. Right, we are back for round 3. Opponent's going to see our hand, but we are obviously keeping this. Opponent's mulligan to 6. We love that. So we've got turn 1 Arbor Elf, turn 2 Korean Arbor Elf stuff. I'll tell you what, I've never been so happy to see green and blue mana. Yeah, it's definitely Arbor Elf is just always better than Findhorn, so. There's a sick art for Thornwood Falls, though. Infect, okay. I can chill out a little bit on my excitement. So, green, Korean, untap this. play Findhorn, untap this, pick up this, play this, green, untap this, play Priest. And I can kind of spare the Findhorn to try not to die. Obviously, unless they have a source of trample. And then we need to spike off the winding, like find a beast. Oh god. No, don't kill us. Yes! So we need to spike off the winding way. Which is doable. We can even play, we can play the 3-tree mascot as well. Oh, can I kill a creature? Yes, I can discard a creature. I can discard a creature to a Rotten Union. Oh my god. Oh my god. 4 mana. 3-tree mascot. Make red. Play a Bitter Reunion. Discard a 3-tree mascot. Untap this, pick up this. So we don't have a beast payoff yet. We eat their guy. Oh my god. Is it worth hasting into attack? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I don't see what else the Bitter Reunion is really doing for us in play. We've got so much mana now. Let's just get them dead. Am I playing more guys? I don't think I need to play more guys. Oh, they've only got 3 cards as well. We're drawing up to 4, but still. Blighted Agent, that's kind of rough. Beast, Wine Away. Beast or Winding Way? Quirion, neither. I guess I should have just played out my board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. So I'd be on board to be able to block and survive. So it might come back to bite us that we didn't play out our entire hand. But I think it was worth it, because if we had have drawn a beast, pay off, or a Bitter Reunion, just straight combat. Okay, so they need 7 points of pump in 3 cards. It seems like they can probably do it quite often. Yep, super hard to block. Have we done it? No, now the beast guy shows up. I can play the savage, because I can untap this guy anyway. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. still doing it. So, okay. What do we want to do against Infect? They drew a load of ways to give unblockable, which would make you think that the normal plan isn't as good. Is Spy quicker? It could be quicker. It's probably quicker. I think I'm just gonna go to Spy still. So my thinking is that I can spy on turn 3 or 4 more easily than I can do all of the whole beast shenanigans. I think I'm going to keep in the bitter reunions this time. So my board out pile is this. My board in pile is this. Again, I kind of like Elvish Guidance, but I don't think I can. I don't think there's room for it. Oh no, that's the wrong way around. I want to keep this pile. And this is kind of accepting that I might have to like roll the dice on a smaller spy. And at least it gives them something else to think about if I do just juke back to this. Kind of like that. Maybe I even cut an extra land if it's just a pure race. Gonna keep. I've got Forest, Findorn Elves. You know, I can work a way out to Birchlaw, Bitter Reunion if they have a artifact creature. Yeah, I'm kind of getting up to 4 mana to try and find a spy. I've not found any way to lose lands though. I think I'm just basically playing my hand out. I don't think this was a keep. I think I had to do better. Green, red, Bitter Reunion. Discard a mascot. Play a mascot. Play a land grant. Got 2 lands left in my deck. I do have a lot of creatures if I was to draw a spy. Guess I can attack. It seems unlikely that I ever don't die here. Then now, especially now that I know I don't have anything in my hand. Yeah, 5. 7. 2 more. 9. So we died on their turn 4. What do we want to do? I think that the swamp and all of that made it obvious that we were spying. I think I'm going to try and have the spy possibility slow them down a sec, whilst I go back to beasting, which might be wrong, because I think spy is quicker. But I think that the risk of them having some relics or something like that is just a bit too high. Whereas they don't have anything that's... I said they don't have anything, they just played one, didn't they? They just played Go Forth. I know, this is the... I thought for some reason this was fight, and it's not. They might well have a fight card, but... Alright. So yeah, I think we just have to high roll again. We've been running really well. I don't know whether I should stay on spy. Oh well. Live by the beast ball, die by the beast ball. This hand function. Oh, I say function. It has 2 mana, but I can't keep it. It doesn't do anything. This hand has no mana. This hand has 2 mana, has a priest. I'm going to keep. Opponent's also moved to 6. So I'm putting back Bitter Reunion and like Automaton. Putting Forest, Land Grant, Priest. I think Automaton's got to be worse than Winding Way, because, you know, Automaton just didn't do anything. Winding Way could do something. So, Forest, Land Grant, get a Forest. So we, like, you know, we want to see Quirions, some Beasts, some Elves, some Thornwood Falls. I don't hate this being their creature. I really don't. So I can Land Grant, Savage. Again, we've shown them the coast is clear. I think I Land Grant. I think I Savage, then I Winding Way. The other option is I Savage and then I Guardian. If I Guardian, I can block. I mean, they've got so few resources. I think they're unlikely to have a trample and enough to kill us. And the Winding Way might hit. Okay, I don't love it, but I'm going to block. I think giving myself an extra turn is better. I'm going to put a counter here for, like, you know, gut shot, that kind of nonsense. And that's not a great draw. That's really not a great draw. So we are all in on Winding Way. Is where we are at. I'm just going to try and block and, you know, fog. If that's all they've got, a fight spell would be really bad. An elf is not really bad for me. Winding Way, this really needs to hit. That's not all bad. That's not all bad. Priest. Masked Vandal. Get a redraw. I'm leaning in so far right now. Bitter Reunion, but we don't have any red mana. I'll just play my Arbor Elves. They block. And if I attack and they have a mutagenic growth, I lose. Let's stay home. So I want red mana and beasts. And Winding Ways. Easiest block of my life. Land Grant hits. I guess I play Land Grant. Take a forest. I won't play it because it's Bitter Reunion fodder, but I can play the Findhorn Elves. And then I might as well attack. If I lead back, so this is attack for 6, or I can attack for 7, which is 3 turns, but then I can get in trouble to Gut Shot. Gut Shot's kind of on my radar. I think that's okay. Seven's not nothing. Again, Beast, Winding Way, and red mana. And them not having trample. If they're just using a card up each time, like, unless they can give trample, this is going really well for me. Red mana. Talk about red mana. Let's tap these two. Play a Bitter Reunion. Obviously, well, I hope this works. I hope this hits. This is a chance where I shouldn't actually slow myself down this much, but that's really sad. Korean Arbor Elf. Haste. Untap this guy. Keep it in hand. Send in the gang for 6. Because then I can untap in their turn. Using Quirion on this. I guess I should do it sooner. I don't know what it is that they might have. But if they've got some like Vines of the Basswood type thing. And I guess I'll untap this guy. That's so cool. So we turn down the split for our good viewers, and this hand falls to any removal, but we're going to keep. Again, we just love showing the opponent what we're doing. Oh, we didn't want to see red mana. So what, they kill this and then we spike a forest and can mass vandal their Great Furnace? One burning tree is okay. Don't want to see a bolt, don't want to see another burning tree or a rally. Okay, so now we're in a lot of trouble. We really need to spike that forest. And alas, we are in trouble. We didn't actually have any sideboard cards anymore as well, so. Well, that was nice and quick at least, and we're not messing with their 5-0. I don't think we sideboard. I think this plan, if you can at least incrementally play some spells, is better than this one. Maybe I want the swamp, but the swamp's really bad. I like the druid, something like that, but I might try and spy them game 3 if we get a game 3. Again, the problem is they've seen our hand. They know what they're up against now. But we get to be on the play. That's a mulligan. This is a keep. And they don't get to see our hand. And I'll put back the automaton, or the bitter reunion, probably the bitter reunion. Great Furnace, Lightning Bolt. Trading! Don't show a mountain, don't show a mountain. That is a mountain, that's really sad. Priest, and I guess I just stay home. This guy just blocks. What? That one? You're killing that one? Burning tree, nothing? Burning tree, rally. So I can Elvish Guidance, but that's really, really slow. I can Savage, but that just gets killed. I think I just have to Guidance. Hope they don't have any removal. Take another 6. never beating a bushwhacker. Well, this is our life. We're gonna GG him. Oh, it's not a bushwhacker. Green and white creatures can't block this turn. That's trouble. So, green. So we need to kill them. Quirion. Make 3. 3's not that much. Savage. Make 3. I guess I'll automaton. I don't know why it would matter which one I do first. Always yes, always yield. Automaton. I might as well elf. Untap this, pick up this. So I need to find a winding way. Play this. I can exile this. I find a winding way. I don't think we can get there though. What we need to find a bitter union. Three mana. Play Liege. No, three. So play Birchdoor first. Got to play Birchdoor first. Play Liege. 2 mana to play this. What? And then I need to hit a Quirion and a Beast. I don't think the ones that tap matters. Maybe if I block? Yeah, if I leave these back, I can block these two and only take 4. Maybe that's a route to surviving. I'll put the counter on this guy. Draw 2. Really want a Quirion. Okay, that's fine. So we're dead if they find a bolt off this. If they just find a bolt, sorry, not off this. Off this doesn't mean anything in this context. No bolts. No! I thought we were really close. Right, let's see. So draw for the turn. So we'd have drawn 3 cards. Oh man, we'd have done it. Oh, we would have done it if they didn't top deck that bolt. We'd have got to game 3. So they had 2 more mountain in hand. So when we blocked and stone rain them, that didn't matter that much. Oh, that's so annoying they top decked the bolt. That would have been such a good comeback. Okay, well, we are 3-1. Opponent 5-0'd, so we don't feel bad. But it would have been so sweet. Alright, we are on the play in round 5. Playing for the 4-1 or for the boosty. And this hand is pretty good-ish, within reason. It's definitely a keep. Again, falls over to a stiff breeze or a lightning bolt, but let's find ourselves a forest and play an Arbrelf. And I would say, you know, to the untrained eye, looking at that hand, nothing's going on. No funny business over here, just some elves. Blue mana, we love to see blue mana. Green for Quirion. My laptop's being a bit laggy as well, which is annoying. Untap forest. Play. I think I can play Birch Lore for free. Yeah, I can. Untap this. Pick up this. And then we'll play a Wooden Liege. Just play around Spell Pierce. Play into Force Spike. I've got 2 Winding Ways. I can get Spell Pierced. I can get Force Spiked. I think Spell Pierce is much more likely for it to be something that they have. And I'm kind of oh, it's fairies. Oh, I was expecting it to be terror. Well, this is actually a bit worse for me now because the sprite covers most everything that I can do. As in, whatever we're casting is running right into a sprite. Well, I'm glad I resolved the 2-2. I really want to see a ninja. Show me a ninja. Tap your mana. Yeah. I think I'm probably playing another Wooden Liege. Seems crazy not to counterspell this. There's so much mana here. Like, now what? So I've got 3 mana, right? I don't think we play anything. Maybe I can attack with the Liege if they have, like, if they had 2 blockers, but then I'd get to Winding Way. Yeah, we just get in for 2. We don't get anything sprited. We will add half a mana. Show me a ninja, show me a ninja. That's not a ninja. So Fairy, I don't think they're ever countering. I don't think that's a good enough bait. I believe we're casting a Masked Vandal here. Mass Vandal, draw 2. That has to be spited. And then we can play a Winding Way. Yep. You got it. So untap this, pick up this. Play this. Winding Way. Take a creature. Green. Green Priest. Or I can Quirion Priest. Or no, I can't Quirion Priest, right? Quirion's only neutral mana and pick up a land. So Priest. So we do need to draw something this turn because they're very, very light. I think they're basically guaranteed to pick up their sprite. So they're going to have at least one counter spell. So Winding Way is, going to be one of their counter spells. I need to find like a beast to represent their second one, or otherwise, am I just like smashing? I think I'm basically leaving the Priest Titania at home and sending in the rest of the gang. More for Birchnall. So we're on block here and basically just turn it into a race. Try not to play anything until they do. I block with the Findhorn Elves, don't need mana. They stay home, that makes sense. I just take 2 in the air. Are you? Oh, so you need a mana? If you don't, if they either have an island in hand, or if they don't draw one, they're just dead. It's very. That's crazy to me. I guess they're just saying that they were losing that race. They didn't think our last card was good. But it was! I think they knew it off the one. Didn't they know this off of the land grant? Yeah, they knew we have a Winding Way. Oh well. Hits. Oh wow, this even gets to kill the Moon Circuit hacker. This deck's busted. Draw 3, kill your guy. This deck's so good. It's not. It's kind of good. It's not. It doesn't suck. It's not good. It's bad, but it doesn't suck. That's my kind of where I would put it. Does that make sense? Do you get what I mean? I'm talking rubbish. But yeah, these are all beasts, buddy. You mess with the beast, you get the horns. What's that? I've ripped off. Kind of tried to rip off like the dropout thing. I'm chatting rubbish again. It's getting late for me. Let's show them that we have a bitter reunion. We'll kill them. Yeah. See, it's bad when we're having this much fun and we're not like. I don't even want to draw the next 20 cards in my deck. I'm fine. I'm fine like I am. I guess I'm gonna have some Sagu Wildlings. You heard about 3/3 flyers? I've heard they're pretty good sometimes. And like cut some random bad beasts. I kind of need everything else, right? I could cut the bitter reunions. Like it's unlikely we need to kill them that turn. What about adding spies? Just saying like if I ever get to 4 mana, adding swamp and spies, just like spy, target you, get in the bin. I kind of like that. It's mad. This is fine. This is mad. If value spy. What else would I cut? Because I kind of like having an extra swamp as well, just because I like being able to make land drops without screwing myself over. What, and like maybe one of the beast guys? Birchlaw? Birchlaw's not bad. I just want all the mana I can get. Elvish Guidance? No, I like Elvish Guidance. Maybe I just leave one spy at home. Is this crazy? Value spy? If it's crazy, then I'm crazy. Either that or it's 11 o'clock and I'm getting tired. I think it's worth it. Like, I don't think we're going to win this game by comboing off. I think we win this game by just getting value. Opponent's moved to 5. I'm going to put back this beast. Maybe one of the Quirions. One of the Quirions is fine. Yeah, I just want expensive things, like relatively expensive spells. They don't get sprited, and then that also block in the air. So we fall over to a gut shot. They hack. That's not the end of the world. Current, wow, no second land. So we've got 3 mana. Cast Birchlaw. Cast Winding Way. Hit a million cards. Wish I hadn't played. I know playing Birchlaw was free. Play another Birchlaw. I've already got one. This is just a random blocker, right? Wow. So I think we're going to get there this game. Which means I think we're going to be 4-1. We high rolled a ton. Not going to lie. That's really interesting. I've not seen many mono blue elves with Lauren revealed, which is one of the reasons I really like my matchup into when I play Izzet. I rate that personally, but again, it's not really on the tempo plan. But yeah, no, I think we're going to be 4-1 with this deck, which is pretty nuts. It's annoying that I can't priest and... Oh, no, I think I can. Priest, Quirion. Make... Yeah, they're just scooped. Wow, that's so good. This deck's so cool. Just to finish off this line, so we would have gone add black, untap this, pick up the forest. Oh, that doesn't work because the forest isn't in play anymore. Okay, so we couldn't have. We were going to play this savage, but we weren't going to play a blocker this turn. But still, I'm so happy we went 4-1 with this deck. This deck's so fun.